Welcome to a special edition of Reading Impact. In Unit 3, we're reading about robots, and we work for Moist Robotics. As workers in Moist Robotics, we have to study about robots so we can make a good presentation. In Mannerbox, there's the Robot Articles Library. It's a little bit difficult to see, but there are many articles here about robots, and each article has a level at the very end of its title. Today, I have downloaded 2 articles about the robots. So I'll go to my robots folder, and I can see 2 of them here. And I'm going to study them carefully, and I'm going to make my bridge notes and a word web. But today, I'm not going to use paper. I want to use 3 different kinds of software. So first, the thing I want to do is I want to go in and I want to number these because I'm going to be organizing all of my files. So I'll give this number 1 space, and this article number 2, and give it a space, and you'll see why in a second. Now I've downloaded one article that is level 3. It's very easy to read, and one that's level 6. It's very difficult to read. And first, I'm going to read the level 3 article. So I can open it up. Now, while I'm reading, I want to be able to take notes, and I can't use my highlighters on the screen because then the computer will become very dirty. So I'm going to use 2 different kinds of software. First, I will use Microsoft Word. So I've opened up a new Word document, and the first thing I'll do is I'll save it. So I pressed save, and I'm going to go to my folder, maybe, if I can find it. So Global Studies, and go to Robots. And now, what I want to do is I want to give it the same number as my first article. So I'm going to start with 1, and then I'll type bridge notes. If I go back and I look at the title here, it says Los Angeles Dodgers add a new employee to roster, Flippy the robot. So I'm going to title this Flippy the robot. Bridge notes. Why is this in Japanese? Flippy the robot. And now it's saved. When I go back to my file, I can see already that the article and my notes are going to be put close together. So let's go back to Microsoft Word. So now I'm coming back here, and I know that I want to make my bridge notes, but it's not a piece of paper. So what I'm going to do is come to the third. So there's 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go to where it says SmartArt. And inside of SmartArt, there are many different options. But I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this 5th one shows me a level-based system for writing down my ideas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the one that is closest to the bridge idea. And it automatically comes in. Now, first, I can come over here and choose the style. There are many different kinds of styles, but I'm going to keep my bridge notes very simple. And I can also choose the color scheme. And again, I want to keep mine simple. So I think I'm just going to go with black and white. And when I start typing, I can use this. Right now, it just has this Japanese here, but as soon as I type, it'll disappear. This is my software for taking notes. Next, I'm going to want to also make a word web. So to make a word web, I'm going to come down to this Windows icon and go all the way down to F, where it says Free Mind. And in Free Mind, I see a butterfly, and I'm going to click on the butterfly. This is a software system that is used for making mind maps, but I can also use it to study vocabulary. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I'm going to give the title Flippy the Robot. So it's the same title. And I want to save it. So once again, I'm all the way here. I'm going to find my folder. Global Studies. Unit 3. And once more, I'm going to give it the same name. Because it's a different file type, it works. Number 1, Flippy the Robot. And I can save it. Now once again, if I go back to my folder, I can see 1, 2, 3. All 3 files are together because they have the number 1 next to them. If you want to use the date, for example, if you want to organize things by 2019, June 29th, of course, that also works. But right now, for me, I don't need to organize by date. So now I have 3 pieces of software open. 1, I have the PDF for this article. 2, I have Microsoft Word open for taking my bridge notes. And 3, I have mind map software open for making my thematic word web. So now I'm ready to get started. First, I'm going to look. So I know this is all about robots. I read the title. It says Flippy the Robot. I think that might be good for the title. That's why I used it. And I can see in the picture, he is not a robot. She is not a robot. This must be the robot, right? And it looks like he's cooking something. And then I'll just check how long this is. Oh, it's not so bad. I can also look up here, and I see that the word count says 374. So there are 374 words in this reading. Now, I know that the topic is Flippy the Robot, so I'm going back to my bridge notes. And when I type, I'm going to click on this arrow. And it brings up this box. So in the first part, I'm going to write the title. Flippy the Robot. This is my topic, not the main idea. And when I want to go next, I can go down here to type the main idea. Okay. Flippy is a robot. It flips burgers. It has a new job. The robot will be cooking for hungry Los Angeles Dodgers fans. The Dodgers are a baseball team. They play at Dodger Stadium. Flippy won't be making burgers. Burgers. So burgers means hamburgers. Can I change this color? Maybe not. This time, it will cook chicken tenders and tater tots. David Zito created Flippy. He is head of Miso Robotics. He said the robot began working earlier this year. It worked at a restaurant. Flippy helped serve burgers. The restaurant is in California Flippy now prepares thousands of burgers daily there. It works from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Oh, that's a long time. So what's the main idea here? In this paragraph, I read about Flippy the robot. But in this paragraph, I read about Flippy's new job. Let me check the title once more. Los Angeles Dodgers add new employee to roster. Flippy the robot. I think that the main idea is Flippy the robot has a new job at a baseball stadium. So I'm going back to my main idea here, and the robot has a new job at a baseball stadium. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot I should save every time. So there we go. Saved. And I can highlight this by going here and clicking the highlighter. Flippy's new customers. This is very useful because it's kind of a subtitle for the reading. Flippy will soon work at Dodger Stadium. It is a Major League Baseball stadium. A lot of people go. They go to watch the games. It can have 50,000 customers daily. Daily? What's daily? So every day. Flippy is being called to the majors, says Zito. Zito? Who is Zito? Up here. David Zito. David Zito created Flippy. He made Flippy. Flippy is being called to the majors, says Zito. Flippy will work with stadium employees. It will help them cook. It will also help them serve food, says Zito. Flippy got its start at a burger restaurant. It is called Cali Burger. So the restaurant. Flippy got its start at a burger restaurant. Means Flippy's first job was at a burger restaurant. Zito says the robot is ready for the big time. Well, this paragraph says that David Zito created Flippy, and that Flippy makes burgers. So what's the main idea? How about this? Flippy now prepares thousands of burgers daily. Maybe this is the main idea. So I'm going back. Flippy prepares thousands of burgers daily. And what was my next idea? Flippy will soon work at Dodger Stadium. Okay. Flippy will soon work at, Dodger has to be big D, Dodger Stadium. Okay. But let's see if we can build any words with our word web. So right away, I think that we can press insert and Flippy the Flippy the robot. And I learned the word prepare. Prepare means get ready. And also David Zito, is that his name? Yeah, David Zito created Flippy. Create. So create means make. David Zito created Flippy. I also learned the word serve. Serve means to give to people or to help people. So Flippy the robot serves. Flippy the robot prepares. David Zito created Flippy. How about the word daily? That was another word that I learned now. Daily. Daily means every day. Okay. David created Flippy. Where are we at? Now we're here. Major league job. Flippy can do more than flip burgers. It can check how hot it is in the fryer. Fryer. He can check how hot it is in the fryer. A fryer is the machine for cooking fried potatoes or French fries, as we call them in America. It can track the cooking process. Track. Track and check are very similar, aren't they? It can also show the cooking time. It shows it on a screen. This alerts employees. They will know when each basket of food is cooked. Then they can serve the food. Serve. Okay, so now I've got a few more words. Employees. Those are the people who work. People who work. It looks like I've closed this. Let's open it back up. And the employees also serve food. So Flippy serves food and they also serve food. And up here, we learned the word track, which is like check. Now I'm starting to see a few things. Prepare, serve, track. What's the general word for these? Jobs. So now what I can do is I can take this and bring it down here. I can bring this down here too. So Flippy the robot has 3 jobs. He tracks the cooking or checks the cooking. He prepares the food or gets the food ready. And he serves the food or gives the food to people. So what's doing this here? So it can do more than flip burgers. It can check. It can show. It can track. Okay, so I'll go back here. I think Flippy can do many jobs. How about that? Now I know I'm going to have more. So I added another one. Stadium employees have been trained. They know how to use Flippy. Zito says the robot will help the stadium staff. The robot's work at Cali Burger shows this. Flippy will make life easier. The stadium staff can give work to the robot. Flippy works very hard. It does not take breaks. It also does not take sick days. Oh, I think the key point here is this. Zito says the robot will help stadium's staff. Okay, so going back down here. Not the robot, we'll do Flippy will help stadium staff. Sure, there's more to come, so I added another one. Just one problem with robots. Oh, problem. So this title shows me that there might be some trouble. But there could be problems over time. Some experts worry about robots. Expert. Expert. What's an expert? I'll put that over here. Oh. Expert. I'll put that there. They say robots could take jobs from workers. Food service is a fast-growing area. Many jobs are on the rise in that industry. Greater use of robots could change this. Okay, so I see the word industry. Industry. And food service. Food service. It's like service is action. Food service. Does that mean giving me food? I'm hungry. And problem. There's one problem. They say robots, so I think this is the main idea here. The main idea is that robots could take jobs from workers. That would be very sad. So this is a bad point. This is a minus point. So I'm going to put but, because that shows it's minus, but robots, let's use the word perhaps. But perhaps robots will take, well, that's not how you spell take jobs from people. Okay, so now I think my bridge notes in Microsoft Word are finished, and I think I can do a little bit work with my word web here. So food service is a kind of industry, so I can put that here. And an expert is someone who knows a lot. Like a teacher is usually an expert too. David Zito is an expert in robots. He made a robot. And over here we have food service, industry, employees, people who work, serve food. Okay, I'm going to take that and bring that over here. And now my word web looks like this. But one of the great things about FreeMind is that I can do more. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make a cloud for each one of my word web ideas. Then, because I want to see them clearly, I'm going to go over and do E. It says E for edit. And maybe that's not it. We're looking for this. You can see this little cloud icon here. And if you click on that, you can change the color of your cloud. So for Flippy the robot, I think this kind of periwinkle color would be good. So now I've changed the color there. And for industry, I think a nice yellow will be okay. And for experts, I think green will be fine. Now, I have, don't forget to save. Now I have my word web. And what I can do is I can close my word webs and try to remember all of the words in each part. So I'll start with industry. And if I press the space bar, it opens and closes, just like this. So this is another way I can study words. Industry. Industry means businesses. There are many kinds of industry. For example, food service. One more time. Food service. There are many kinds of industry. For example, food service. In food service, there are employees, and the employees can serve food. Yes. So I've done a good job there. Later, I'll do more studying of this vocabulary. But first, I want to go back to my bridge notes. Make sure that's saved too. And I can also use formatting here. So like we said, this is the only negative point. So I'm going to go to the last item up here where it says SmartArt. And if I click on this, then I can change the style of this one box. So I think I want it to show that it's not a very good point. It's a negative point. So I think I'll choose this and maybe change that color to red because it's not a good point. But now it's kind of hard to see the text, right? So I'm going to change the text color to white. That's easier to understand. And maybe I want to show a bit of color here. And for this, I want the outline color to be pink because pink is my important point color. So I guess that should be here too. Make that pink. And then these points would be orange because those are the supporting point colors. And because I have this in red, I can see that it doesn't really contribute to this main idea. So now I have my article with some highlighting in it. I have my word web that I can use to practice my new vocabulary. And I have my bridge notes all in my computer. So I think I've done a good job.